Hello, my beautiful friends. This is Shreen Purewal, and in this video, I'm going to talk about where our GTA, Greater Toronto, and Victoria home prices heading for 2023. Okay, that's one topic we're going to talk about. What's going on with the Canadian housing market and strategies to protect your wealth in this uncertain times, you want to call it. Okay. So why am I bringing Toronto into the picture here? Okay. And no different than why would I bring Vancouver into the picture here? These are cities that are popular cities in Canada that a lot of people, for business or work are like, okay, I want to be in Toronto. I want to be in Vancouver. And they want to know, well, given these are popular cities, we'd like to know more about the prices and where they're heading in these areas. Well, I'll tell you, with the record amount of immigration that's coming into this country, and again, you're going to be like, geez, every video of hers is about supply. And there, I am a broken record. There's not enough supply to keep up with that. You'll find in these more popular cities, there'll be more of an housing issue, so a supply issue. So prices will hold strong. If anything, will hold strong, and if not, go higher. Now, why am I bringing Victoria into the picture? I'm bringing Victoria in the picture because I don't know if you live in Vancouver or Toronto, if you've ever come out here. This place is, listen, I may be biased, but there's a reason why the Alaska cruise stops in Victoria as part of its tour destination for tourists. Tourists come off that boat and they're like, I know several actually buyers who are like, I want to live here. It's beautiful. Victoria is a stunning place. It's definitely much warmer than Toronto, and it definitely rains less than Vancouver. So where do people want to come? Victoria. Now, why am I saying Victoria in all of this? And you guys may be like, okay, she's just trying to sell, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I ain't trying to sell. You do your research, you speak to 20 of your friends, and you see what's going on in the real estate market. So you've got all these appreciating home prices, like this big boom in Vancouver and Victoria, but your standard of living is different. You come to Victoria, everything within Victoria is 15 to 20-minute drive. With traffic, let's make it 30 minutes. But everything is 15 to 20 minutes. You're not stuck in traffic for 2 hours trying to commute home or commute back. The standard of living, and within 30 minutes or even 15 minutes, you're always by the ocean. Imagine that, okay? So you come here, book that flight, come here and see for yourself what I'm talking about. You got ocean, you got everything within 15 minutes, and you've got prices that are much cheaper. You're paying the same money in Vancouver, right? To steer it, I don't know, at a road, a main highway. You're paying that same money here in Victoria, and you're just 10-minute walk to the ocean, 5-minute walk to the ocean. So I want to ask you guys, when you're looking at investment, when you're looking at life, when you're looking at the whole picture, where do you want to live? I'll tell you right now, it's a matter of time before the Victoria home prices here jump up to what Vancouver and Greater Toronto is. And that's why I'm telling you guys, if you can, if your work allows you to, move to Victoria, BC, British Columbia. Don't listen to me. Fine. She's just trying to sell to me. Fine. Okay, I'm trying to sell to you guys. Do your own research, okay? I'm not trying to sell you nothing. This is stuff my buyers sold to me when they came here, and they're like, this is the reason why we're here. You do your research, take a trip here in the summer. Don't even call me, okay? Drive around, look at the different places, and you'll see for yourself. The prices you get goes way better, goes further for what you want to look for than Toronto and Vancouver. Standard of living is more family. Island's really friendly. We definitely have a homeless issue downtown Victoria. I'm not denying that. I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the facts, but it's in certain parts. And I'll definitely guide you as to what areas are the up and coming, the areas you want to be in. And again, subscribe and follow, drop your comments in this video. And if you have that question, if you're subscribed, then you'll see a video come up on it later on, and you'll get an answer to your question. And I could talk more about those different neighborhoods you're interested in knowing more about. So that's an update as to what I think is going there. And now where are we heading with the Canadian housing market? So besides this record-breaking immigration, I don't know if you guys heard or followed on Twitter or the news, but one of our largest mills, what do we use to build all these homes in Canada? Wood. A lot of them are built with wood. One of the largest mills is closing down in BC, British Columbia. What's that going to mean? That means the cost of lumber again is going to go up, or it's going to be, so cost of building new homes hasn't dropped. I know they're saying, oh, we expect inflation, recession. When you've got a supply issue, you've got cost of goods going up, you've got all these pressures, prices will hold. If anything, again, don't listen to me. Go look at that trend. The market is always upward trending. You just have to time the cycle. Or if you don't want to time the cycle, I say, listen, what's more important to you, living or the cycle? If for you, living's more important, then we put our best forward and we push in that cycle. Okay. But it's all about that upward trend of inflation in our economy. That's how it goes. Now, before I get into strategies on how to protect your wealth, we spoke about the market. We didn't go too much into the Canadian housing market. I did say that prices will hold. The cost of everything's going up. I spoke to my bank guy today and I said, what do you expect is going to happen with TD? So what do you expect to happen with the interest rates? Because that's basically what dictates this whole market, and what's going to happen is the interest rates. Why do you think the Bank of Canada keeps interesting? Because they're trying to control the market. He said within the next 12 months, those rates are going to come down. And he showed me here. I've got it on my cell phone because I met him today. I took a photo of the graph. I'm not sure if you lovely people can see it here. He's like, Shireen, you could find this all online. I was like, no. I do things right now. If I see this, I want a photo of it. I want to. Okay, it's called the interest rate outlook. It's on the TD website. Darn it, it's blurring up on this thing. So basically, they did a forecast of what they expect it to be. They have it here dropping by 2024, quarter two. Their forecast for interest rates, are you ready, is 3.5%. Right now, we're at 4.5. So they, by quarter of 2024, so end of year 2024, it should be back down for 2.5%. So for all of you that are doing pre-sale condos, expect rates to be low by 2025 when you take possession of your condos, okay? So that's an update there. Now, we spoke about the housing market. So interest rates going down by then, it's going to go back up again, okay? And we're basically doing the stabilizing. So we went, 2021 was like multiple bits going up. We did a little bit down. We're going flat. They're talking recession, maybe a little bit, but there's not enough supply. So it's not letting prices drop. And then boom, we're going to go back up once they drop those interest rates. Now, how do you protect your wealth? Now, so the number one thing I want to say to all of you guys is that there's two ways of protecting your wealth. One is in your primary residence, because your primary residence is tax-free. Anything you gain on your primary residence and capital gains is not taxed. Now, the next best tax way of protecting your wealth is capital gains. Buying investment properties that when they do gains, only 50% of it counts towards your income. So the other 50% you get to keep tax-free. That's another option. You could definitely do that some people choose to do stocks. You can do capital gains in stocks or dividends. You get taxed less on, but capital gains have better tax rates than dividends do. If you look at the tax rates on the different, income, capital gains, dividend, the different categories there. I'm no accountant, by the way, but I just deal with this so much, especially doing our taxes. And I've learned a lot in dealing with non-residents. So that's really important point to note, is that your capital gains is your lowest form of item being taxed. So you want to go for that. One way is investment properties. having zero capital gains as primary residence, put it all into your primary residence. And the third option you could do as far as real estate is concerned, pre-sale condos. So I picked up a condo for 300,000. By the time it completes, it's worth 450. I just put a down payment of 50,000. The 150, only 50%. I just doubled my down payment, doing nothing with it for 2-3 years. I do this on cheaper condos. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. I can do a video about it, or just contact me. Honestly, I don't know any one of you who've called me and I've not responded to you or followed up on you. I love you guys. I respect you guys. If you have any questions, that's why I'm here, is to help you and inform you. And you don't have to use me. It's all about karma and helping others, because that's something near and dear to my heart. I've been helped my whole life, and I just want to help you guys with such a big decision. And one of the big reasons that I really feel I need to help people is because I feel that some people are just misinforming to do a quick sale or do a quick, a deal. It's important for you to have the honest truth. And even if you guys want to do this on your own, it's fine, but just double check things always, because that's important. I don't want anyone to suffer more than they need to in the environment of recession and hardship that we're all going through in these times. So please do reach out. And so I think for the most part, you always get the straight answer from me. So where I see things heading is people from Vancouver definitely buying more investment properties here. They're getting the same rent for $200,000 to $300,000 cheaper on the property. Okay, so we're seeing people saying, "Hey, I'll move to Vancouver and I'll rent there, but I'll buy a property here and rent for just as much more. I'm making more money here on my rental, and I'll rent my own home until I'm ready to retire, and I'll rent in Vancouver." Not a bad option. I was surprised when I heard about that, but I've heard of 2 people doing that in Vancouver. So that's one option there. And I see people knowing, like, why the hell will I not live in paradise? And that movement happening. Okay, so demand for it, a matter of time before they realize Victoria is really, really well priced for ocean view, for lifestyle of living, for golfing all year. We want to live there. Forget about Toronto. I'm still out there. Listen, I love you, Toronto guys, but when it snows there, I've heard what happens. Okay. So anyways, these are some thoughts, guys. I'm just going on and on and on. So I think without further ado, I'm going to wrap this up and say lots of love and blessings. And thanks all for watching. I really appreciate your support, and have a good night. Take care. Bye, guys.